So it's polling day on Thursday and a final chance for us to help you sort the policy wheat from the electioneering chaff. In the last week, all three party leaders have been out on the streets of London, pressing the flesh and pushing their message. The Conservatives and Lib Dems have unveiled specific manifestos for the capital. Labour insists that London gets plenty of coverage in their main manifesto, but then went on to produce an 8-page document to tell us how good they'd be for us. So what exactly are the politicians promising? James Hurst investigates.
It's just 4 days until all this swings into action for ITV1's election special. And now we finally know what the three main parties' plans for London are. But as you leaf through these, you can't help thinking quite a lot of it's rather familiar. Promises on things like health, education, immigration, all things that matter to Londoners, but they also apply nationally. Look a bit further into these 33 pages, though, and you will find one or two quite radical plans for London. All three of the parties have put policing at the front of their London plans, and all are promising more officers on our streets. But the Conservatives want a fundamental change at the top of the force. They'd put the mayor in direct charge of the Met. They say it's worked in New York, and it can work here. The mayor shouldn't get too big-headed, though. Both the Conservatives and Lib Dems want his powers curbed and handed to the London Assembly, who'd find it much easier to block the mayor's budget. The Conservatives say Assembly members should also get similar powers to change the mayor's strategies. Labour has committed to reviewing the powers of the London Mayor and Assembly. They're not giving any clues, though, what changes that might mean inside City Hall. The roads and rails get a fair amount of attention too, the Lib Dems highlighting their opposition to extending the congestion charge. The Tories say they would fight to get it scrapped altogether, but both also admit the government doesn't have any direct say in the charge. On the Underground, Labour's pledging to back refurbishment plans and the extension of the East London line. But the public-private partnership would be scrapped by the Lib Dems. They say they'd bring the refurbishment work back in-house. The Conservatives are more interested in the Overground rail network. Longer franchises for the best-performing companies are their solution to commuter woes. Crossrail gets another thumbs up from Labour and the Lib Dems, but neither's actually promising the money. In reality, general elections are mainly fought on the national issues and who people want as Prime Minister. But with some of London's seats hanging on a few hundred votes, all three parties are hoping that these local pledges could just tip the balance towards them.
And we've got three well-known politicians with us for a final chance to talk through the big issues and their party's big promises. They are Labour's David Lamb,